Divine Maestro, Black Light Phenomenon, Cyberspace Ministry, in the month of December 2016, Aboriginal Universal Supreme Council of the Elders, Conscious Council of the Elders, in the woods by the lakes, across from the D, area code 313, talking about divine order. Now, all our scholars, once we know which one are the boule, they've got to prove themselves to qualify to be in our squads, because we gotta have scientists, engineers, artists, and we're gonna make a list of what we gotta have. And this goes all around the planet to melanated, supreme carbon melanated brothers and sisters around the globe. We are the original Aboriginal people of this planet. The Caucasian is not. He's the one that's causing all of this confusion. He's the one that's doing it. His main source is he's using that dollar, the fiat currency. Now, we really don't need money, but beware of those that's telling you that it's going to be a crash and that we don't need money. Most of those were saying that they are Caucasians. You can't trust a Caucasian. I'm sorry, Caucasians. Elijah said in this way. He said that there are many snakes. Some are poisonous, some are not. But we don't know which one is poison and which one is not. But we know that there are snakes. So we keep away and beware of them until we can identify which one is poison and which one is not. But always remember, poison or not, that he is a snake. Now they call them reptiles now, and because they cold-blooded. You know that. There are those among us, I'm talking about the melanated, the supreme melanation, who refuse to recognize this. And they don't understand how they flip the script on us using our science and culture. But they have defiled it. They have corrupted it so it's toxic. It has a supreme toxicity. And it's influencing the whole planet. Everywhere it touches, everyone it touches, it casts a demonic spell over them, and they become just like them, even though they may be melanated. They have developed high science, and this is what we don't do. We don't really observe them and pay attention to them because many of us subliminally look at them as being God. So thus we have the term white supremacy. There are those who recognize their white supremacy, but they fall weak because they said everyone can be bought. This is the story of Jesus that I've been talking to you about in the Bible, in the scriptures, where Satan takes him up on high mountains when Jesus is fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. Fasting, you're sustaining from not just food, but from anything. And at the same time, you're cleaning out your system. I'm fasting with the Nation of Islam on December because this is the most hellified month it is. Halloween, October, you know, from Halloween until Easter, these months are hell months. These are the months you go broke. You're becoming debt slaves, but you're not aware. I also suggested, I say, you know, we gotta rebuild our homes because it all starts in the home. It all starts at the house. You gotta start training your babies in the stomach. You know, you can't wait till they get born. You gotta start training them in the stomach. This is what saved me. Because my uncle, his name is Aziz Muhammad. Really named Aziz, I think it's Aziz Abdullah Rahman Muhammad, or either Aziz Rahman Abdullah Muhammad. He's no longer with us. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. He was a warrior, and his wife's name was Sister Hazel Muhammad. Now my cousins and them, I don't know where they headed at, you know, because I'm thinking they have gotten away from the teachings, although he raised them. But me, he brought my mother in when she was pregnant with me. Also, he brought his mother in. This is my mother's side of the family. And my mother's sister, who lived in St. Louis, Missouri. And they went to the teachers for up until a certain age. So I was 7 years old when she pulled me out. But Elijah said, you get them when they young and 6. After 6, you know, it's hard to do anything with them as far as the supreme consciousness is concerned. But lucky for me, she pulled me out when I was 7 years old. And it took a while, but I had to experience the streets, the world of Satan. And not only was I learning the world of Satan, because I always had a resistance towards it when I went to public schools. They had problems with me in public schools, and when I was 16, I chose not to go to school no more. Actually, I was kicked out when I was 14, 15 years of age. And then when I got 16, I chose not to go to school at all. because I was resistant towards their teachings. And I didn't come up like guys that they call baby boomers came up. My uncle Study was dropping them seeds on me. And they took on me. And I don't think they took on my cousins and them, because they got the knowledge, but they love that dollar. They love that dollar bill. And my mother and them said that one time they had, when I was young, gave me a bunch of money, a bunch of pennies and quarters, and they said I had almost 24. I was number 5 years old, and I gave them to the children in the neighborhood. They used to, because you know, I had on my father's side, his daddy, my grandfather, he was a hustler, you know, man after hours joint. And he gave me watches and rings, and, you know, I didn't care nothing about that. And my mother and them used to, you know, they say, you don't care nothing about money, you know. Tongue lashed me about the money thing. And finally, I started knowing myself, because I was confused about myself, you know, as far as why do I think the way I think. I was always spiritual, you know. I was into metaphysics, because my mother, after she left Islam, she got into metaphysics. But it was the way the Caucasian looked at it. But my uncle was always there to put everything in proportion. And when he died, he was kind of old, but he still died too young. He knew Malcolm. You know, he knew Malcolm. Him and Malcolm were running buddies. All the Malcolm family he knew. And if they ever come across this video, assalamu alaikum to all of Malcolm's family, the ones that still living. So the next video, this is going to be the last video for today. We're going to tell you how to find out who's agents and who's not agents, who just don't know, but they're not agents. You got to know yourself, and you got to know, do you really want to rule? Are you afraid? You just want to have a whole bunch of knowledge, but you don't want to use it. So this is Black Light Out.